What's up, beautiful people? How y'all doing? Welcome to my YouTube channel, or should I say welcome back? I don't know. Some of you who have already been here, you're here because you know me as a singer. I still sing. That's not going anywhere. But in 2024, I am getting into content creation. So that's what this is about. I'm transitioning the channel from music to content. So lifestyle, fashion, fitness, vlogging, that's where we're going. Why? Because I want to. And I'll get more into that as this video goes on. Basically, this is a video on how I got this look. This is my no makeup, clean girl makeup, whatever you want to call it. I'm headed to a class right now, and I don't have to be super put together, but I still want it to be cute. So in this video that you're about to see, I'm showing you how I got this makeup look and how I got these curls. As the videos come and time goes on, I will reveal a little more about myself. But for starters, I'm Jaquila. I am a 36-year-old elder millennial living in central Pennsylvania, just taking it one ghetto day at a time like the rest of you. So that's what my content is going to be about. And I hope that you stick around. I hope that you like what you see. And I hope that you give me some feedback. You know, that's what we're looking for. So, yeah, with that being said, we're going to get into this video. Good morning. It is really the morning here. Bringing this to you in real time. I am getting ready to go to a course. And so I wanted to do like a no makeup look, something quick and simple. So I figured it would be a good way to film that for my YouTube. Welcome. I guess this is technically my first YouTube video as a content creator. And yes, I know most of you who are subscribed to this channel are probably like, what? You know, you're here because you followed me in the past as a singer, as a music artist, and I still very much am that. Music will always be with me. Music is always going to be in me. It is still a passion of mine, but I wanted to try something new. I've been wanting to create content for a very long time now, probably like 3 years maybe, but I've just been in my head about it. You know, we get to overthinking and just like, well, what do I do? And there's so many people creating content, and how do I get started? And is it going to be good enough? You know, are people going to think I'm corny or whatever? And I finally was just like, who cares? You know, do it anyway. So at the top of the year, you know, I made some promises to myself about some goals I wanted to set, some things I wanted to do, some things I wanted to change. And content creation was one of those. You know, I was just like, all right, Jaquila, just do it. And I did it, and I liked it, and it's fun, and I'm enjoying it. It's like whoever sees this and connects with it and decides to stick around or come to the channel and subscribe, that's who I want. So yeah, but let's get into this makeup look. This is my quick face when I don't want to do too much, but I want to do enough. So I am going in with concealer and I guess a CC stick cream. Basically, it's Fenty. I'm using Fenty's Pro Filter Concealer in the shade, I don't know if you can see this. I don't really know. 410. And I'm also using Fenty Beauty's EAZE Drop stick in the shade 20. Hopefully you can see that. Listen, it gets blurry. There you go. Okay. 20. So first, what I'm gonna do is prime my face. So I really only use 2 types of primers. It's either going to be a mattifying primer, which is what I'm using today, or a hydrating primer. So I will switch between the e.l.f. Power Grip when I'm using hydrating. This is like my go-to. This is the only one that I really use for hydrating primers. And then for mattifying right now, I'm using Sephora's Mattify and Refine. What I actually really like using is NYX's Angel Veil. That is I'm going to go right back to that as soon as I hit empty on this. But for now, this one works. The reason why I like to use a mattifying primer when I'm doing a no makeup look is because I'm not doing a bunch of setting with powders. So I have oily skin and my skin comes through faster. So I use a mattifying primer to just kind of, you know, keep the results lasting long. So let's do that. And so this mattifying primer is silicone based. I do like a silicone based primer. For most of my mattifying primers, my skin actually does well with that. It does well with going in and blocking out these pores because your girl gets greasy very quickly. I haven't met a foundation that fights back yet. There's some that keep me pretty matte for the long haul, but for the most part, my skin just be coming right on through, okay? So you're gonna see me looking down here and there because I have a smaller mirror here, but for the most part, I'm gonna try to, you know, stick. I'm going in with Fenty Beauty's Pro Filter Concealer in 410, and I'm just covering up my dark marks. Again, with this no makeup look, you don't gotta do too much. We don't have to cover up every single blemish because it's supposed to look like we don't have on any makeup. So the blemishes, the skin can come through. And this guy here, I burned myself yesterday trying to curl my hair with a flat iron. Why and how? I don't know. Because I know how to curl my hair. But I was kind of in a rush. And yeah. So we'll be dealing with that. We can add that to the list of blemishes and dark marks. So yeah, I'm going around and I'm just applying it to my trouble spots. I am working with a dermatologist to even out my skin tone. I have suffered from acne pretty much all my life. And as I've gotten older, I suffer from hormonal acne. So here I'm just using an angled brush. I don't even know what brand this is. I've had this thing for years. So I don't know, but this is just a flat angled brush. I use this for my concealer when I am covering up my dark marks. I like it because it allows me to do a stippling effect, which kind of like pats it in, makes it even. So we're just going in and blending out those areas where we applied our concealer. And what I like about Fenty's Pro Filter Concealer is the formula. It is very, very blendable. As you can see, it's just melting into my skin, and a little bit goes a long way. You don't need a lot of it. I usually use NARS's concealer in the shade Amande, but that one, even though it's a perfect shade match as well, I just feel like you don't get enough. Like, they need to make it bigger. When you go and pick it up, it says the #1 best-selling concealer, but it's like, you don't get enough. I need more. So with Fenty's concealer, you get the same amount, like the tube is the same size, but I just feel like because you don't need as much to go on, you just get a little more longevity out of it. And I'm all about paying for the buck. You know, we keep it affordable over here. So I think Pro Filter goes for about $30 to $32 in the store, if I'm not mistaken. I normally get mine from Sephora. So yeah, we are just blending. Again, you don't have to do anything too crazy. You know, if there's an area that I feel I want a little more coverage, like here along my jawline, then I'll go back over it and hit it with a couple things. But back to this hyperpigmentation. So I have acne scarring, dark mark scarring, hormonal acne, you name it. So I've been working with my dermatologist and also getting laser hair removal to kind of help, to kind of stop it at the root. But in doing that, you're still left with the marks. So, you know, we're working on that, and my skin looks great as far as texture and skin tone evenness goes. We've come a long way. But some of these marks, you know, it's going to take a while to fade. So we are just slowly working on that. As it gets better, you know, it helps. I'm not too hung up on it anymore. It used to really bother me because I was just like, Jesus, I'm grown. I'm too old for this. Like, I'm tired. All my life I had to fight with the blemishes. Jesus, you know, when is it going to end? But it is what it is. You got to do what you got to do. That's what makeup's for. So, I'm blending, as you can see, with this brush, because this is pretty much the base. I'm gonna go in with the Easy Drop stick and just, you know, add a little bit more. The thing I like about the Easy Drop stick too, again, this is shade 20, is it's a little warmer than the foundation. I was using Rihanna's foundation in 420 when it first dropped, when they first dropped it. But I was thinking that the shade for the concealer would line up with the shades for her foundation, and it didn't. The concealer pulled a little too olive for me, like the undertone just wasn't right. And to be honest, the undertone on this is not an exact match. It still pulls slightly olive, but it's a lot better. So I go over it with this Easy Drop. Why do I keep saying that? Easy Drop stick, because it's a little warmer. Now this is like perfect for my skin tone. You're gonna see when I apply it, it like pretty much disappears. So I go over, perfect. Just one, pretty much one, like forehead, you couldn't even see it, gone. Chin, and that's pretty much it. Ooh. And then I use the same brush, and I just go in and kind of blend that out. And it warms it up a bit, adds an additional layer of a little bit of coverage. And the thing I like about the Easy Drop is it's very lightweight. I knew that the liquid form of this was not going to work for me because it was too thin. And I just felt like it wasn't going to do much with my oily skin. A lot of the Fenty products, in my opinion, give you more of a dewy finish. And that's fine, you know, for those of us who want that. But for someone with oilier skin, that doesn't always work. But I do like this. So I took this on vacation with me when I was in Mexico earlier in the year, and it worked really well. Again, it was no match for the heat and humidity, but it gave me just enough coverage because I was not wearing foundation in no Mexico heat. So I did like that. So it did hold up. I'm blending, and that is pretty much it. My base is set. This is all I'm doing. As you can see, it's still very skin-like, nothing too crazy. We're not greasy. It looks very natural. So the other thing that I do when I'm doing my no makeup look is I set almost every step of the way. I want to set it again because I'm not using a lot of foundation, a lot of powder. I don't want to be super oily in 2 hours. So this is Urban Decay's All Nighter. This is the only setting spray that I use. I've used it for years. It works very good for me. I've tried other ones and they work well, but I'm a girl that I stick to what I know. I stick to what works for me. I'll venture out and try new things every now and again, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I'm just gonna do one little light pass of this. Gonna let it dry down. And then we are going to go in with a little bit of under eye concealer. I am just going in with my Wet n Wild Incognito Megalast. Wet n Wild Incognito. I'm sorry. Wet n Wild Megalast Incognito. These names, why are they so long? Can y'all shorten them, please? They gotta roll off the tongue, you know? This is the shade Medium Golden. So I'm only doing a little bit right under my eye. Now by little bit, I really mean little bit. So just enough. And that's it. I'm not going anywhere else with it. I actually probably put a little too much here, but whatever. And I don't dampen my beauty blender when I'm doing this because I'm okay with the sponge taking up most of the product. Again, because we don't want a lot of it. So because I put a little more on this eye, I think I'm gonna start over here. Or should I start over here? I'll start over here. And we're just tapping it in. This is just to make our under eye look a little brighter, look a little more alive. Give us a refreshed look so we look awake. So I like using a mini beauty blender when I'm doing my concealer because it allows me to get up in those crevices, get right up underneath my eye, right by my nose. And I got this beauty blender from a friend of mine, from Mary Kay, believe it or not. I like it. It was in like a little trio set, and they were great. So I'm gonna go back with this brush and, you know, hit the areas where I feel like it might have gone a little too far on my nose, again, because we're keeping it right under our eye. And I do this too when I do my regular makeup. I will switch back and forth between my concealer beauty blender and my foundation beauty blender just to make sure it's seamless. So that's it. Base is done. Again, we're not setting with any powder. We're not baking because that's not the look we're going for. It's looking okay to me. It's looking okay in this mirror. It's looking okay in this camera. Now, what I'm doing is I'm going to set, but not with a heavy powder. So I'm a MAC girl. I'm still an OG MAC girl. Back in the day when all we had was MAC. We didn't have all these wonderful shades available to us. You had to go to the MAC counter to get your makeup done. If you know, you know. So I'm using MAC's Mineralize Skinfinish in Dark Deep. This is my favorite. This is like my OG day one. This is the stuff I've been using since I was 17 years old. It really does give a skin-like finish. And I use this with my no makeup look. I will use this when I'm doing a full beat as well. It is a little lighter, so if you prefer like a heavier finish or even something darker, you might want to get a foundation, like a powder foundation that's just a tad bit darker. So when I do go for that, I use Too Faced Chai. Now the thing about this is this was a limited collaboration with Jackie Aina years ago. So I don't know if they still make this because I've had it for that long. And don't judge me. I know that makeup has an expiration date. I know. I don't care. Because I don't wear makeup that often. Or often enough that I hit pan very fast. I don't wear makeup to work. So I wear makeup on the weekends if I'm going somewhere on Saturday and if I'm going to church on Sunday. So I don't hit pan on my products fast at all. And I'm not throwing them away. I'm just not. Again, what are we doing? We're staying on a budget. And I'm going to use all of my products. I'm going to get all of my money's worth. The songwriter said, use me until you use me up. And that's what we're doing over here. So yes, I have had this. If you know when Jackie did her collaboration, then you know how long I've had this. And I don't care. You can judge your mom. I have not hit pan. I'm almost there, but I still got a few more applications to go, baby. And then afterwards, I don't know what we're going to move on to if I can't find this shade, but we'll find something. But back to MAC. So yeah, MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Dark Deep. And I'm just going all over my face with this, even in the areas that I just concealed. And this is just going to set it a little bit. Again, we don't have to do too much, just an added layer. And that's it. And then I'm gonna do another layer of my setting spray. Let it dry down. And we're good. This is it. The base, the foundation is done. Now, when it comes to contour, cheeks, I don't do that with this look. I do blush, but my secret is I don't pick up any new blush. So obviously we've got product left over on our makeup brushes. So I'm using whatever's left over on my blush brush. So obviously I can't do this look if I have not done my makeup a day or two before, or if I have freshly washed brushes. If I have freshly washed my brushes, then I pick up very, very little on that brush and I'm going over it. But I just did my makeup yesterday, so I know that there's some product left over on here. So that's what I do. I just take my blush brush. Gosh, what is wrong with me today? You would think that I'm not educated. And I'm just going in and adding a little color on my cheeks. Nothing too crazy. You ain't gotta do too much. You just wanna bring a little color in. And whatever's left over on your brush should be enough to do just that. I'm gonna go in, curl my lashes with an eyelash curler, do a little bit of mascara, and fill in my brows a little bit. I don't have to do too much to my brows because they are micro shaded. I got my eyebrows micro shaded about a year ago. I think we're coming up on a year from my initial session. I got my touch up like October, sometime, September. So I am due for my 1 year touch up. Again, if you have oilier skin, your results may not last as long as the average person. And also with my dermatologist, because we are using some products that are fading dark marks, you do have to be very careful when you have micro shading because it's not deposited as deep into your skin. And if you're using products like tretinoin, which, you know, work with hyperpigmentation, obviously it's gonna like kind of fade your eyebrows. So I'm just very careful when I apply that to my face. But overall, my results are still wonderful, as you can see. I wake up with brows. And I'm gonna do a brow video as well. Even though I do not have to fill them anymore, I know what I used to do and I know how to do it, and I wanna help you do it too. So that's coming. I'm probably gonna go in like right here because it is starting to fade a little bit. So I'm just gonna darken it up just a tad right there and right there. You can kind of see where it's starting to fade a bit, but for the most part, our results are still looking good. And that's it for brows. Now, before I do my mascara, I'm gonna do my final spray of my setting spray, because obviously we don't want our mascara to get all yucky. Final dry down. Oh, I really do love this all-nighter. Once you do your makeup and you just spray it, it brings everything together. I love the way it makes my makeup look when I'm doing a full beat. So I'm going in with my eyelash curler. Yes, I'm still an old school girl. I use an eyelash curler. I'm not really a lash girl. I have tried lash extensions. I liked the look of them. I had got just a classic set a couple years ago for my birthday because I just wanted to try them out. And I liked them. But for me, they were a little too high maintenance. I know how to sleep, and I'm just like, they're falling off, and it was just too much. And so I'm a strip girl. Most of the time, I'm just doing mascara, but I do strip lashes, and I'm not a pro at that either. I suck. So I don't even do that too much. I'm not good at it at all, and I'm okay saying that. I'm gonna do a video trying some lashes and showing y'all what I do, because we're just here together, you know? I know there's a lot of you out there who don't know what you're doing either, and we're gonna not know what we're doing together. Welcome to the family. I did get the box of those, is it the Kiss? The ones that already have the adhesive that go under. We're gonna try that out in a video too. I bought it a while ago and I was like, oh, that would be a perfect video, because I really don't know what I'm doing. So it's gonna be like a first look, initial try on, and we're gonna do it together. We're gonna fail or succeed together as a unit, one band, one sound. So I'm gonna go in and just put some mascara on again. You don't gotta do too much, just light layer. If you miss a few lashes, it's okay. Just something to give you a little pop. And then for my lips, I normally just do a gloss. I have two. I have this pink Mary Kay one, which I really do like, but I usually use this one with a brown liner, and all of my liners are in my pocketbook. So I guess I'm gonna use my Fenty Glow. I guess this is a Fenty video, huh? Most of the products we used today were Fenty. So again, just a little gloss. Nothing too crazy, not doing a full lip. Don't even have to do a liner. And that's it. This is our no makeup look. And for some of you, this is all you want. This is all you need. You don't want to get into super highlight. You don't want to do contouring, you know, under makeup, all of that. You just want something to get up and go, make you look a little more polished. Well, this is it. No makeup, clean girl makeup, whatever you want to call it, Jaquila's version. And that is it. I'm about to take this hair down. I guess I should take it down here with you guys, huh? Let's take these curls down and see what they're giving. I'm gonna go grab my flat iron and my edge control and all of that, and we'll do that on camera too. So right now I'm sitting on a stool because that's what I have, and man, every time I get up, it is sticking to the back of my thighs. I have my flat iron on. It is getting hot. So let's take down this hair. So I normally, like I said, I normally will roll my hair in a different way when I do flexi rods. That gives it more of a waved appearance, but I'm trying out a different look. So at my church, June is Youth and Young Adult Month, and in a couple Sundays, the theme is dress for the decade that you were born. So I'm an 80s baby, 87, and we all know that the 80s were about big hair and big fluffy hair. So I was kind of thinking Lisa McDowell, you know, those type of curls. So I was like, let me see if I can do something that gives me a little body, and then when I comb it out, it's a little more fluffy. I put in a few flexi rods last night, went to bed, and pray for the best. So we gonna see. I have tried curling my hair this way one time before, and I just couldn't get the ends tucked right, and so it was like tangling up a little bit when I was brushing it out. But so far, it's looking kind of good. Looking kind of good. I like it. Now this is just a traditional sew-in. I got my hair done last week by my wonderful stylist, Jasmine, here in Harrisburg. And it's a traditional sew-in. This is 3 bundles of her body wave hair, and the hair is great. This is my second time using it. She sewed it in wonderfully. I normally am a side part girl. I don't really care for myself with a middle part. I normally wear my part on this side, but in all of my 36 years, I've never switched my part up. So that's what I did on this second install, just to give this side of my hair a break. I don't really know what I'm doing with my hair, guys. I cut my hair in September of last year in a nice bob. I love a bob, honey. Bob the Builder, Bob and Bobby. But the bob was not gym friendly. And when I work out hard. I'm not a girl that is going to sacrifice my gym time or my workouts for my hair. So right now I'm just going in and kind of brushing them out. I don't know if this is what I should be doing, but again, we're just trying it because I wanted fluff. So yeah, I was sweating my hair, and I sweat a lot. That's the thing. I know there's some of you who are touched by God and you don't really sweat a lot during your workouts, and I'm jealous, but I do. I sweat a lot. My back, my pits, my scalp. I sweat in my scalp. So what I found was I was flat ironing my hair every single day. I'd have to blow dry it and flat iron it because I was sweating it out, and it wasn't long enough to put into a ponytail. So I couldn't put it in a ponytail with the bob. So I was putting a hat on. I was wearing a hat. And for a while it was okay. But then once my bob started to get a little longer and that hat was like hitting here, I was getting hat hair. So I had noticed that the center of my hair was breaking off. And that's always the area where I have a little breakage because that's where my texture is thicker. So it was breaking really badly, and I was like, you know, like I had cut it, it was healthy, it was just, you know, the bob was bobbing, and then I started to get breakage, and I was like, what in the world? So I needed to do something, and I actually missed weave. I'm a girl that likes to switch up her hair. Natural hair was great. My twist outs, my rod edge used to be popping. But even with that, my hair was getting really dry. I was pulling it down into buns a lot, again, because of the gym. And same thing, I was getting ponytail hair. It was breaking, constant detangling. I was just over it. So I was just like, I'm going to go back to being a straight natural. And I did. I went and cut a bob then, like 2018. Loved it, and been a straight natural ever since. And I don't know that I'm going to go back to being a strict natural, but I do want to coax my curls back, my natural curl pattern. Had a lot of heat damage or heat training, so that's kind of where we're at with it. So we're doing a lot of protective styles, so I'm going to be doing sew-ins, braids, crochets, you name it, until I'm ready, until I'm over it and I want to just go back to straightening my own hair. Or I might not. Who knows? It's all about what we choose. So I'm pretty much done. I like the way this came out. I like the fluff. I think it's giving what it's supposed to give. I don't know that it's giving Lisa McDowell, but it's giving fluffy curls. And I like that. I love switching my styles up. I will wear braids, I will wear weave, I will wear ponytails, and I've been like that all my life. I have been doing my own hair since I was probably like in 5th or 6th grade. I'll never forget, my mom did my hair for picture day in 5th grade, and I told her I wanted bangs. And when I told her I wanted bangs, I meant that I wanted 2 pieces in the front. Well, Paulette went and gave me like 2 Amish little like sideburn things. Like she literally put 2 rollers on the side of my head, and I looked crazy going to school. And that was the last day that I allowed her to do my hair, and I'm not lying with that. I was like, you won't have me out here being embarrassed again. And so I have been doing my own hair ever since then, and I have fried, dyed, blow dried it, broken it off, sizzled it off, you name it, cut my own hair, cut it too short. Actually, when I was taking this sewing out the last time I cut my hair, it happens, you know, whatever. Using Style Factor's edge control, that is my favorite one. Out of all the edge controls on the market, this is the only one that works for me and my edges. Everything else that I've used, and I've used everything from Mizani to Cream of Nature, it doesn't last. So it will go on, it'll look nice, and then literally by the time I walk out the door, My edges are no longer controlled. And Style Factor has been the only one to lay them down and keep them down. And I've been using it for years now. And I love it. And I love that it comes in a bunch of different scents. I've tried almost all of them. I want to say there's only one that I don't care for, and I can't even remember it. I think it comes in, I think it might be one of the peach. I think it might be their peach set that I'm not too crazy about. But everything else I love. This one that I'm using now is Lemon Berry. That's probably my favorite. I revisit that one all the time. My natural hair is very fine in texture, so a lot of times when I do sew-ins, we have to leave a little more out than the average young lady. So the minimal leave outs that y'all be walking around with, yeah, I can't really do that. I need maximum leave out. Medium leave out, I guess. But this is it. This is today's look. I'm gonna go ahead and get ready and get on the road to head to my course. But again, welcome. Those of you who are new here, hi, I'm Jaquila. I hope you decide to stick with me on this journey of content creating. And for those of you who have been here, I hope that you stay with me. You know, this is something new. I hope you like this video. Like it, thumbs up, comment, let me know what you're looking for. Let me know what type of makeup looks or hair tutorials or whatever. Let me know what type of content you want to see, okay? Because that's what I'm doing. I'm going to be bringing you some vlogs. I'm still getting comfortable with that, but I'm bringing you vlogs, day-to-days, get ready with me, makeup, chit-chats, whatever. Welcome to the new channel. Welcome to the new Jaquila. See you next time.